Anyway, it's it's 10 o'clock p.m. I don't usually go for rides like this, but you know, at night. But lately, it's kind of been my only option because of work and just everything else around the house. My only option has really kind of been to ride in, you know, at night. And I was actually going to go out earlier around, I don't know, 7:30, 8 p.m., but I didn't get off of a conference call until almost, may have been actually after 8 p.m. Eastern. And here it is, 10 o'clock, and I'm just not hitting the road. I was debating on whether or not I was even gonna ride or just, you know, say forget it and maybe do it tomorrow. But had some long days as of recent, so riding for me is therapeutic. It's nice to just get out on the road and, you know, relax as much as possible. As much as possible. So 2 days ago, I had a bit of an eventful ride, at least one portion of it, where a driver that was, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 car lengths in front of me, decided that they wanted to change 3 lanes from the farthest right lane over here to the exit ramp on the left. So they wanted to change 3 lanes in order to not miss an exit, while myself, as well as other motorists of the cars, were, you know, driving. And I've had a handful of close calls, not quite as severe as that one, and it happens, right? I mean, anybody that's been riding for any period of time has likely encountered some of those situations. And so what I wanted to discuss in this video is, what did I do right and what did I do wrong? Where could I have made improvement? Fortunately, I was able to avoid an accident, and I don't take full credit for that. I mean, I didn't panic. Obviously, it did, you know, start on me, of course. As you'll hear my verbal reaction in the other video, it did start on me a little bit, but I didn't panic. I mean, I tried to keep my wits about me in terms of responding on the motorcycle and applying my brakes and things like that. But like I said, I don't take full credit for not you know, having a more interesting event than it was, because there were some variables in there that I had no control over, right? One of them being the other driver. So obviously I wasn't expecting that driver to cut across in front of me to try to make an exit on the left. But fortunately, the driver did not stop right in front of me, which is what I thought was going to happen, just kind of based on how close I actually ended up coming to the driver. So, you know, in my real-time reaction, I'm looking at this, you know, as it's happening, and I'm thinking, okay, when the driver changed lanes the first time, so meaning coming all the way from the right-hand lane and essentially getting in the middle, which would be like right there, you know, I thought that was it. I thought they were just gonna, you know, change the lanes at one time. And so my response to that was to just get over. I checked my mirror, and I didn't see anybody in my immediate blind spot or anything like that. So I got over one more lane because the car was driving slow, and you know, my goal was to just kind of get away from them, you know. So as I make my left hand, as I make the lane change to the next left lane, I observe that the car is doing the same thing, and I'm like, okay. So at that point, I'm thinking, well, I can either, and I'm already kind of slowing down at this point, but I'm not sure what's happening, what the intent of the other driver is. So at that point, I didn't want to get back over to my right because there was actually a car over there. It was a car coming. When I quickly glanced at my right mirror, and I was like, okay, well, that's not an option. That will definitely probably result in an accident. And the only thing that I thought was, okay, I could maybe take the exit ramp, even though that wasn't my original intent. But I figured, again, it's better than, having an accident. So I'm slowing down, but I'm still kind of driving. I think at this point I'm probably around 30 miles an hour, 30-something miles an hour. And I realized that now, okay, the car is getting over to the exit ramp, which was kind of like my only out, And I was like, all right. So at this point, when I realized that, they were basically going to cut me off fully, I had no choice but to use to brake fully. So I squeeze the clutch, and I start squeezing the brake. I don't jam on the front brake, but I start applying more pressure to the front brake to slow the bike down. And of course, I'm braking with the rear brake as well, because I need to stop that rear tire. And at that point, within seconds of kind of trying to achieve this stop, I noticed that my rear is now fishtailing, right? Not very aggressive fishtailing. It wasn't uncontrollable, thankfully, but it was happening, and so I'm having to kind of respond to that as I'm trying to adjust the bike. Meanwhile, I'm still headed towards this car or the pavement or whatever was right there. The area, we were actually getting ready to cross a bridge, so there was a little bit of a grass patch and things like that on the side, but other than that, it's just like a barrier, and then I probably would have been in the water or something, I don't even know. But as the rear of the bike starts fishtailing, I'm like, okay. Well, I know basically that means that the rear tire is locked up, right? Or it's, it pretty much is locked up at that point. And so I'm still, squeezing the front brake to now pretty much kind of get the front of the bike to stop or to slow down to a point where I can regain control. And I kind of release a little bit of pressure from the rear brake because I need that tire to be free for stability, right? So I don't want it locked up, and if I need to try to apply the throttle, and the tire won't spin, that's no good. So that was what happened. Fortunately, like I said, the driver did not stop completely in front of me, which is really what kind of prevented a collision, at least a collision with the car, right? Because had that driver stopped, more than likely I was going to hit that car. Like, there wasn't too much I could have done about that under the circumstances at the time. Some of the other dangers that were going through my mind was, as I said, there were other cars. So I'm not really sure, and I didn't have time to really assess it, obviously, because I'm trying to stop and prevent an accident. But I'm not sure if the other cars behind me are aware, if they're observing what's happening with this vehicle changing 3 lanes, and or if they're even seeing me trying to avoid hitting this vehicle, right? So all of that's going on. Fortunately, I didn't get clipped or anything like that. I'm thankful for that. But again, so that's what happened, and I was able to recover and just kind of drive off normally without incident, thankfully. Now, again, let's just kind of cover what I did right, what I did wrong. So I've kind of covered a part of what I did right in terms of not panicking, applying my brake gradually, but firmly, continuously and firmly, to stop and slow down the bike. Hey, they're doing fireworks over there. Check that out. And I didn't go into a full panic mode. That's pretty much what I would say is the extent of what I did right in that situation. What did I do wrong? Well, I looked at the video several times, and one quick thing that I noticed, the first thing that comes to my attention, is that when I noticed that the car was getting over, not so much the first lane change that they made, getting over to the middle, but the second one. Instead of me trying to go around them by, getting over one more lane to my left, I should have really just slowed down, right? I should have just, I'm not gonna say come to a stop, but I should have slowed down much more than I did, and just kind of let that car do whatever the heck it was gonna do, right? And just let it get out of my way. Which ordinarily, that's what I try to do when I drive or whatever. I try to stay away from cars, stay away from people. That's whether I'm on a motorcycle, on a motorcycle or in my car, or any vehicle. I try to stay away from people because, you don't know. You don't know if people are paying attention. You don't know what's going on in another person's vehicle and in their mind. And the safest thing for you to do is to kind of be away from them, right? So that's what I should have done. I should have just applied the brakes a little more, because I didn't really brake much. I did a little on the front brake, but I just kind of, eased off the throttle. So the bike was slowing down, like I said, a little bit, but at the same time, my intent was to basically kind of go around this person. And that was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just slowed down, let them drive off. If they were changing 3 lanes, illegally and abruptly, whatever, right? It's still messed up, but at least I wouldn't have been involved at all. So that's the first thing that I immediately noticed, is that I shouldn't have tried to assume that the driver was going to do X, Y, Z, which leads me to the second thing in terms of identifying what I did wrong, and that is I shouldn't have assumed what the driver might have been going to do. As I already stated, my assumption was that the driver was going to maybe change one lane, and that was it, and then when I noticed they were changing lanes again, I thought, okay, well, then they just want to get over to the left for whatever reason, that was a mistake on my part. I really shouldn't have done that. I should have just anticipated more, a little more carefully, that this person might be lost, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know where they're going, whatever, and you just need to let them do what they're going to do, and then go about your day. Those are the two things that immediately came to mind as I looked at that video several times, to just kind of review, like, where did I go wrong? How could I avoid this in the future? And so, I just wanted to leave that with you guys. That when these situations come up, you don't want to panic. You want to do everything you can to try to maintain control of the bike, maintain control of the situation as much as possible. But some things, you can't account for everything. If the other driver just does something really stupid, just does something unexpected or illegal, or all of the above, you can't always account for that. But hopefully, by not panicking and maintaining proper distance and situational awareness. You know, like this jackass right here. I guess I don't know if he's trying to like race me or something. I started to assume what I thought the driver was trying to do or going to do, and I tried to take a more aggressive approach of just trying to go around them, which was not the right right thing to do. Fortunately, it didn't result in a crash or anything like that. But for future reference, I should always kind of follow my first mind, which is take it easy. Like, it's like this guy. Like, I don't know what the hell. Here I am talking about this stuff. You got more and more people just jumping in front of me. And I'm not speeding. I'm not doing anything crazy. I don't know. If I had my camera on me when I was in the car over the last 3 to 4 months, the few times I go out to like the grocery stores and things like that, and if I recorded some of the stuff I've seen, oh my gosh. I mean, it's just like you wonder how some of these people got their licenses. But anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to kind of review that, and just like I said, talk about what I feel like I did wrong, where I could have, like this guy. Here we go again. Changing 3 lanes because you can't just go up here and turn around, jackass. But just wanted to kind of talk about where I feel like I went wrong in that scenario and how I could avoid it in the future. So hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.